Before we get into the video, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. So with marriage, it's supposed to be a joyous occasion. It's meant to be a ceremony that showcases love and adoration and gives the declaration that someone will be with you for essentially what is considered a lifetime. So, after taking such vows, how can a husband mercilessly murder his own wife and drive around with her body in the boot of the car? Certified madman 28-year-old Kashish Aggarwal stabbed his wife to death. Again, a husband whom had given his vows in front of families and friends stabbed his own wife to death. He stabbed her in the neck, he stabbed her in the chest, he stabbed her in the arm, and he stabbed her elsewhere. And then he decided to drive around with her corpse in the boot of a car before dumping her body in a quiet cul-de-sac, just half a mile from the marital home. Therefore, it's no surprise he has been jailed for life for his heinous crimes. Now, life in these circumstances equates to 20 years and 6 months since he pleaded guilty to the murder of Geetika Goyal at Leicester Crown Court. Now, this is how sadistic and evil the husband, Kashish Aggarwal, was. The 28-year-old brutally attacked his 29-year-old wife, again stabbed her to death in the Leicestershire home, and then wrapped her body in plastic. He then piled her dead body into the boot of the car, drove half a mile to a quiet cul-de-sac, and then dumped her body on the pavement for everybody to see. Now, I say that he wanted everybody to see because if you wanted to hide the body, you'd pick a forestry or, I don't know, a canal, somewhere where you could cover the body up. However, he decided to choose such a public spot. Now, after dumping his wife's body, he then drove back and most likely slept soundlessly, since he does not have a soul. Now, the callous murder happened in March of this year. Again, because Kashish is evil, knowing that he killed his own wife, he then began making calls to his wife's phone and friends and family, pretending to be the caring and concerned and doting husband. Now, during these panicked calls, he claimed he had not seen his wife since arriving from work on that fateful evening in March, which led to Geetika's own brother being the one to declare his own sister missing. Now, when police arrived, they found Kashish at a neighbour's house checking their CCTV, probably trying to see if he managed to avoid the cameras. Now, the following early morning, members of the public called emergency services to say that they had found the body of a woman laying on the pavement in Uppingham Close. Now, as I've said previously, Geetika was stabbed several times. Her own husband stabbed her in the neck, her shoulder, her chest and her arms. Of course, she was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, ironically, her husband was actually treated as a witness in the first circumstances. It wasn't until a search at the Leicestershire home revealed traces of blood, mostly in the garage and dining room, while CCTV footage served to capture Kashish driving around in his wife's car at the time of disposing of his wife's dead body. Now, how cruel can you possibly be? If you don't want to be married anymore, then get a divorce. It's that simple. I know in some cultures a divorce is taboo, but the alternative is way worse. You don't want to bring shame on your family by being a divorcee, but yet you happily become a murderer. It does not make sense. Condolences. Stay safe. Safe.